Do you feel like aging brings challenges you can't control? Changes in health, memory, or feelings of loneliness can leave you exhausted and worried. As your body and mind change, everything becomes harder. You can't do the things you once loved, or you don't feel as strong as before. These issues are often misunderstood and overlooked, but if not addressed in time, they can become a heavy burden. In this video, I will share practical solutions to cope with these difficulties. Don't let these problems affect your life. Stay with me, and together we'll find ways to handle them. 1. Forgetfulness and memory lapses. Forgetfulness and memory lapses are a normal part of aging, but it can be a bit surprising when it starts happening more often. For instance, take Sarah. She's always been great at remembering names, but lately she's been struggling. She'll be talking to someone, and suddenly the name slips away, leaving her feeling embarrassed. Then there's Tom. He's the kind of guy who never forgets to water the plants. But now he's missing simple tasks like forgetting to take his medicine or leave the house keys by the door. It's frustrating for them, and maybe you've experienced something similar. The good news is there are things we can do to keep our minds sharp. Regular memory exercises can help, like doing puzzles or even playing memory games. Simple tasks, like writing down important events in a daily journal, can make a big difference. It's also helpful to use reminders on smartphones or sticky notes around the house to stay on track with routines. Staying physically active is another great way to support brain health. Research shows that mental stimulation, like trying new things or learning something new, plays a key role in slowing down cognitive decline. It's not just about trying to remember, it's about giving your brain the right kind of workout. The more you challenge yourself mentally, the more you may be able to keep memory issues at bay. Has memory loss affected you or someone you know? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. It's something we all go through, and sharing tips might help someone else who's facing the same thing. Changes in sleep patterns. As we get older, many of us notice that our sleep patterns change. You might find you no longer sleep as deeply or for as long as you used to. It can be frustrating, especially when you remember how well you used to sleep through the night. Take John, for example. He finds it hard to fall asleep no matter how tired he is. Then there's Alice, who wakes up way too early every single morning, no matter what time she goes to bed. These changes in sleep patterns are actually quite common as we age. There are a few things you can do to improve your sleep. First, try to create a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps your body adjust and feel more rested. It's also a good idea to avoid caffeine late in the day. We all know that cup of coffee or tea can give us a boost, but it can also make it harder to fall asleep later on. And consider doing some light stretching before bed. Nothing too intense, just enough to relax your muscles and calm your mind. Research shows that age-related changes in sleep are completely normal. As we get older, our bodies produce less of the hormone melatonin, which helps us sleep. That means we might have more trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. But don't worry, good sleep hygiene can make a big difference. This includes making your bedroom a calm, comfortable space and turning off screens an hour before bed. Do you have trouble sleeping at night? Share your tips or struggles in the comments below. 3. Increased sensitivity to temperature. As you age, your body's ability to regulate temperature can change. You might find yourself feeling too hot or too cold more often, and it can be frustrating. Take Ruth, for example. She's always cold, even when the weather's mild. She'll be wrapped in layers of clothing while everyone else is comfortable. On the other hand, there's Jack. He's always overheating, even in a cool room. He might be sweating while others feel fine. It's a reminder that temperature sensitivity can affect us in different ways as we get older. So why does this happen? As we age, blood flow and thermoregulation, the process that helps us maintain a stable body temperature, become less efficient. This means it's harder for the body to adjust to changes in the environment. Blood vessels might not respond as quickly to keep us warm or cool, and that can lead to feeling too hot or too cold. It's something many people experience, but the good news is there are ways to manage it. Layering clothes is a simple yet effective way to stay comfortable. By adding or removing layers as needed, you can adjust to changes in temperature. Adjustable heating or cooling devices like fans, space heaters, or even cooling blankets can help create a more comfortable environment. And don't forget about hydration. Drinking plenty of water helps your body maintain a more consistent temperature, especially when you're in a room that's too hot or too cold. Have you noticed this happening to you? Let me know in the comments what works best to help you stay comfortable in different temperatures. 4. Decreased mobility and joint pain. As we age, one of the most frustrating changes we often face is the wear and tear on our joints. Over time, the cartilage in our joints can break down, and this can lead to pain and stiffness that makes it harder to move around. Take Emma, for example. She used to walk briskly, but now she finds herself walking slower and slower because of the pain in her knees. And then there's Michael, who struggles just to get out of a chair because of his joint discomfort. Both of them are dealing with something many of us face as we grow older, the reality of joint pain. But don't worry, there are ways to manage it. Daily stretching routines can help keep your joints limber and improve flexibility. Low-impact exercises like swimming and walking are gentle on the joints, yet they still provide great benefits. These activities can help keep your muscles strong, which in turn takes some of the pressure off your joints. And for those moments when the pain is tough to manage, over-the-counter joint pain relief options like creams or pain relievers can provide some much-needed comfort. Research backs up these strategies. Studies show that regular movement, even if it's just walking, can help maintain joint health and reduce pain over time. The key is consistency. The more you move, the better your joints will feel in the long run. So what's your experience with joint pain? Have you found any tips or exercises that help? Let's talk about it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. 5. Loss of independence. As we age, it's natural to feel like we're losing control over things that once seemed so easy. Tasks that we used to do without thinking, like grocery shopping or walking around the house, can become much harder. This can be really frustrating. Take Nancy, for example. She used to pride herself on getting everything done on her own, but lately, she's finding it hard to ask for help. Grocery shopping used to be a breeze, but now it feels like a big challenge. She gets frustrated every time she has to rely on her daughter to help her pick up a few items. Or think about Bob. Bob knows he should use a walker to get around safely, but he refuses. He worries that using it will make him look old or weak. Both Nancy and Bob feel a little bit of that loss of independence. But here's the thing, accepting help doesn't mean you've lost your independence. In fact, it's often the best way to maintain it. Little tools and changes in your daily routine can make a big difference. For instance, installing grab bars in the bathroom or using hearing aids can help you feel more secure and stay independent longer. And using things like automatic pill dispensers or voice-activated home assistants can make managing your day-to-day life much easier. Research has shown that technology, from smart home devices to in-home care services, can really help seniors stay independent. Things like video calls, grocery delivery, and even robotic helpers are making it possible for people to live on their own longer without giving up their dignity or comfort. Have you ever felt this way? Share your thoughts on independence in the comments. 6. Changes in vision and hearing. As we age, it's common for our vision and hearing to gradually change, but many of us don't want to face it. Take Carol, for example. She's too proud to wear glasses, even though she's squinting at the TV screen and struggling to read. Then there's Frank, who refuses to get hearing aids, even though conversations with his friends are becoming harder and harder. Both of them are in denial, and it's actually making things worse. If you're noticing similar struggles, you're not alone. The good news is there are things you can do. First, make sure you're getting regular eye and hearing exams. Eye doctors and audiologists can spot potential issues early, giving you a chance to take action before things get worse. For example, getting the right glasses or hearing aids can make a huge difference in your daily life. You might be amazed at how much clearer and easier things become when you get the proper help. Research shows that staying on top of these checkups can actually slow down the progression of vision and hearing loss. If you catch any problems early, you can address them sooner and keep your quality of life high. So if you're noticing changes in your vision or hearing, don't wait. Are you managing these changes, or are you avoiding them like Carol and Frank? Let me know how you're handling it. And remember, getting the right help is one step closer to staying connected and comfortable in your everyday life. 7. Decreased appetite and weight loss. As we get older, it's pretty common for our appetite to decrease. This can lead to unexpected weight loss or poor nutrition, and it can be a real challenge. Take Lucy, for example. She used to enjoy meals, but lately she just doesn't feel like eating much. Even when she does sit down to a meal, the food doesn't seem as appealing anymore. Or Greg, who has trouble chewing due to dental issues, has found himself eating less and less. These kinds of changes are not unusual, but they can certainly impact our health if we're not careful. There are a few ways to combat this, though. For starters, it can help to focus on nutrient-dense snacks throughout the day. Instead of forcing yourself to eat large meals, try smaller meals more often. Things like smoothies, protein bars, or small servings of nuts can be great options for getting in those important vitamins and minerals without having to eat too much at once. If it's still tough to get the nutrition you need, don't hesitate to talk to a nutritionist. They can help you find ways to eat better and ensure you're getting everything your body requires. The reason we lose interest in food as we age can be linked to changes in how our body regulates hunger and taste. Over time, our sense of taste and smell can dull, making food less appealing. Plus, certain medications or health conditions can also affect our appetite. This is all part of the natural aging process, but it doesn't mean we have to let it take a toll on our health. Have you noticed changes in your appetite? Share your experiences in the comments. It's always good to talk about these things and find new ways to take care of ourselves. 8. Increased risk of falls. As we age, falls become a major concern, and the risk of injury increases dramatically. It's easy to overlook small hazards in our daily lives, but those can quickly lead to a serious accident. Imagine Susan, for example. She trips on uneven surfaces around her home, but never takes steps to address the problem. She keeps putting off making changes and ends up with a few close calls. On the other hand, Alan recognizes the risks and takes action. He installs handrails along stairways, makes sure there's proper lighting, and even keeps the walkways clear. These simple steps help prevent accidents and keep him safer at home. If you're wondering how to fall-proof your own space, start with a few easy changes. Place non-slip mats in areas where the floor can get wet, like the bathroom or kitchen. These can help prevent slips and give you more stability when moving around. Make sure there's enough lighting everywhere, especially in hallways and stairs. Poor lighting can make it harder to spot potential hazards, and that's when accidents happen. And don't forget about strength and balance. Maintaining strength through regular balance exercises can improve stability, making you less likely to fall in the first place. Studies have shown that regular physical activity, including balance exercises, significantly reduces the risk of falling. Staying active strengthens muscles, improves flexibility, and keeps your reflexes sharp. All these things play a huge role in preventing falls. So what measures have you taken to prevent falls? Let's talk in the comments and share some of your tips with others. Stay safe. Stay strong. 9. Mood swings and depression. As we get older, mental health can often take a hit. Many seniors experience mood swings or even depression without realizing it. It can sneak up on you, and sometimes it's hard to put your finger on why you're feeling the way you are. Take Carol, for example. She's usually a cheerful person, but lately she's been feeling irritable and withdrawn. It's like a cloud has settled over her, and she can't shake it off. Then there's Richard, who has these sudden bouts of sadness that come out of nowhere. One minute he's fine, and the next he feels like he's sinking into a deep hole. These mood changes aren't uncommon, but they can be tough to handle, especially when you don't know where to turn for help. If this sounds familiar, there are some practical things you can do to help improve your mood. First, consider seeking support through therapy. Talking to a professional can really make a difference, even if you don't feel like you're in a crisis. It's all about finding ways to cope and understanding what's going on in your mind. Another great way to lift your spirits is by joining senior social groups. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can help combat feelings of isolation. And don't forget about staying active, whether it's taking a walk, doing some light stretching, or participating in a hobby you love. Physical activity can boost your mood and mental well-being in ways you might not expect. Research shows that regular exercise, social interaction, and therapy can all improve mental health. So if you've been feeling off lately, don't hesitate to reach out for support. Have you struggled with mood changes? Share your experiences or tips with us. We'd love to hear from you. 10. Social isolation. One of the biggest challenges in senior years is the increasing feeling of loneliness and social isolation. It's tough when people you have known for years start drifting away, or when family gatherings feel a little quieter. Take Marie, for example. She's in her late 70s and has lost contact with most of her old friends. Over time, it's become harder for her to keep up with them, and now she feels a bit disconnected. Then there's Jack. He's not as old as Marie, but when his kids get together for family gatherings, he feels like the odd one out. He watches everyone else chat and laugh, but he feels like he's not really part of it anymore. It's easy to think this is just something that happens as we get older, but it doesn't have to be that way. There are ways to keep that connection alive. For example, technology can be a huge help. Video calls with family or friends can make you feel like you're right there with them, even if they're far away. Or you could join a local community group or senior club. It's a simple way to meet people with similar interests and build new friendships. Staying socially active isn't just good for your mood, it's essential for your mental health. Research has shown that people who stay connected with others tend to have a lower risk of depression and anxiety. If you've been feeling isolated, there are ways to reconnect, and it's worth it. So do you feel socially isolated sometimes? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear how you stay connected. 11. Skin and hair changes. As we age, our skin and hair naturally go through changes. Skin becomes thinner, more fragile, and often drier. Hair may begin to thin, and for many, it turns gray. For example, take Sylvia. She's noticed that her skin feels drier and more sensitive than it used to, especially during the colder months. She's been struggling with dry patches and irritation, which can be really frustrating. Then there's Tom, who's worried about his thinning hair. He remembers when his hair was fuller and darker, but now it's not as thick, and those gray hairs are starting to come in more often. So how can you manage these changes? First, regular moisturizing is key. Dry skin can be uncomfortable, so using a good moisturizer can make a world of difference. Make sure to apply it right after a shower while your skin is still damp for better absorption. Another important tip is protecting your skin from the sun. Sun exposure can age skin faster, so wearing sunscreen and hats can help preserve its health. When it comes to your hair, don't be afraid to embrace the grays. Many people find that their gray hair adds character and wisdom. If thinning hair is a concern, consider gentle hair care products that are designed to strengthen and nourish hair. Research shows that staying hydrated and following a consistent skincare routine can do wonders for your skin's health. Drinking enough water and using products with ingredients like hyaluronic acid can help keep skin plump and hydrated. For your hair, using products with biotin or collagen can support its strength and health. How do you manage changes in your skin or hair? Share your tips. 12. Health anxiety and over-medication. As we age, it's natural to be more aware of our health, but sometimes that awareness can turn into anxiety. Many seniors start to worry about every little symptom and, without realizing it, end up taking too many medications. Let's take a look at Mary and Peter. Mary tends to overreact to every cough or ache. She's constantly worried about what it might mean and often rushes to take something for it. On the other hand, Peter is on several medications for small issues, like mild arthritis or occasional headaches. While these might seem harmless, taking too many medications can cause their own problems. It's easy to get caught up in the fear of missing something serious, but sometimes less is more. The key to avoiding this kind of over-medication is regular health checkups. Seeing your doctor regularly helps to keep track of what's really going on with your health, and it gives you a chance to discuss any concerns you might have. It's also important to focus on a balanced lifestyle, eating well, staying active, and managing stress. These are powerful ways to support your body and mind without relying too much on medications. Research has shown that being overly reliant on medications can actually do more harm than good. Studies have found that some medications, especially when taken in excess, can have serious side effects. So it's always a good idea to review your medications with your doctor to make sure you're only taking what you truly need. Are you concerned about your health or medications? Let's discuss in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Aging may bring challenges, but with the right understanding and preparation, we can navigate our senior years with confidence and grace. It's natural to face changes, but instead of fearing them, it's important to embrace them. By staying proactive about our health and happiness, we can continue to live fulfilling lives. Whether it's through regular exercise, healthy eating, or simply taking time for ourselves, every small step counts. Remember, the journey of aging is unique for everyone, but we all have the power to make it a positive one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and leave a comment to join the conversation. What challenges have you faced as you've gotten older? Let us know. Your experience can inspire and help others going through similar changes.